The world is not what they taught you in school. It is not a place of merit, kindness, or fair play. It is a chessboard, and right now, most of you are playing as pieces, not as players. You walk into a room and you feel the weight of gazes you cannot interpret. You feel the sting of disrespect you cannot name. But what if you could see the strings? What if you held the blueprint to the very fabric of human interaction? Today, we are moving beyond the surface. We are dismantling the 11 most forbidden psychological weapons used by the elite to command rooms, extract secrets, and engineer loyalty. This is not for the faint of heart. This is shadow intelligence. Before we dive into the first law, understand this. Power is a game of perception. If you control how they see you, you control how they treat you. Our first weapon is what I call the proximity shield. Imagine you are in a high-stakes environment, a boardroom, a tense social gathering, or a confrontation. There is someone radiating aggression toward you. Their body language is a predator's crouch. Their eyes are fixed. Most men retreat. They create distance, thinking it offers safety. They are wrong. Distance gives the aggressor a target. It gives them space to project their dominance. To break their frame, you must do the unthinkable. You must close the gap. Not with a shout, but with a calculated silent move. When you sit or stand directly beside an aggressor, you bypass their psychological trigger for conflict. It is easy to attack someone across a table. It is biologically uncomfortable to attack someone who is sharing your personal space. You turn a public confrontation into a private, intimate pressure. You didn't just survive the threat. You dismantled the terrain it stood on. This is how you command respect before you even open your mouth. Our second weapon, the ancestral authority hack, taps into a primal human deference. The respect for tradition, for age, for wisdom passed down through generations. Most people try to win an argument with logic or data. They present facts hoping to convince. This is a naive approach, especially when dealing with emotionally driven individuals or those who already feel superior. Logic can be debated. Direct confrontation breeds resistance. But authority that feels ancient, that feels almost genetic, is rarely questioned. When you need to subtly influence an opinion or shut down an argument without appearing confrontational, don't state your opinion. Attribute it to a higher, more established power. Say, as my grandfather always taught me, or a wise mentor once told me, or even ancient texts reveal. This isn't about fabricating lies. It's about framing truth within an unassailable context. You are not the source of the wisdom. You are merely its conduit. This trick bypasses their ego because they are not disagreeing with you. They are implicitly disagreeing with an established, almost mythical figure. The wisdom then lands with an undeniable weight, cloaked in the mantle of time. You speak, but the echoes of generations speak through you. You are no longer just an individual. You are a vessel of timeless truth, and few will dare to challenge the wisdom of the ancients. Building on this, our third psychological weapon is the mirror protocol. This is not mimicry. It is neurological synchronization. Humans are tribal creatures. We trust what is familiar. Most people enter interactions trying to be unique, trying to stand out. They fail. Powerful individuals are constantly bombarded by those trying too hard. To gain their implicit trust, you must become their reflection, but a slightly enhanced one. Observe their posture, their breathing rhythm, their speech patterns. If they speak slowly and deliberately, you adopt a similar cadence. If they are animated and gesticulate, you subtly mirror their movements. If they use specific jargon or metaphors, for example, warfare in business, chess game in life, you weave those same terms into your responses. This is not about copying their words. It's about matching their energetic wavelength. When you effectively mirror someone, their subconscious mind labels you as same. He is like me. Therefore, I can trust him. Therefore, he is smart. You bypass their logical brain, which is wired for skepticism, and speak directly to their reptilian brain, which yearns for familiarity. You become a non-threatening extension of themselves. They will become addicted to your presence because you make them feel understood in a way no one else does. You don't just connect with them. You become a seamless, integrated part of their inner world. Our next psychological weapon is the scarcity loop. This principle is as old as human desire itself. We crave what is rare, what is difficult to obtain. In a world drowning in over-availability, most individuals make themselves constantly accessible. They respond to every message immediately. They are always free for a call. They chase approval. This behavior signals low value. It communicates, my time is cheap, my presence is common, my validation is easy to acquire. You become a commodity, not a prize. To initiate the scarcity loop, you must cultivate strategic unavailability. This is not about rudeness or ghosting. It's about controlling the flow of your presence. Let your responses take time. Be genuinely busy with projects that elevate your status. Do not always be the first to reach out. When you are present, be fully present, intense, and memorable. But then, strategically retreat. Make your absence felt. This creates a vacuum. Their subconscious mind registers your limited availability as a sign of high demand, high value. They will begin to pursue you, not out of need, but out of a primal fear of missing out on something valuable. Your presence transforms from an obligation to a reward. You are not just a person in their life. You are an exclusive experience, a rare commodity they fear losing. This loop compels them to invest more, to chase harder, because you have become a prize, not a given. Building on the manipulation of desire, our fourth weapon is the correction trap. This is a psychological jujitsu, a direct assault on the ego's most vulnerable point, the need to be right. Most people try to extract information by asking questions. What are your plans? How did you do that? This often meets with resistance, guarded answers, or outright lies. Direct questioning triggers their defense mechanisms. The correction trap bypasses these defenses entirely. Instead of asking a question, you state a false truth with absolute conviction. You want to know their financial strategy? Don't ask. State, I heard your new venture is struggling because you underestimated the market entry costs. You want to uncover a hidden agenda? Don't probe. State, I assume you chose X because you're trying to leverage Y, which is a common rookie mistake. Their ego, unable to tolerate being perceived as wrong or inept, will immediately rush to correct you. In their haste to prove you incorrect, they will inadvertently reveal the genuine information, the true strategy, the hidden motive. By the time they realize they have overshared, the trap has sprung. You didn't force them. You simply provided an irresistible trigger for them to expose themselves. You didn't just extract data. You watched them hand you the keys to their deepest secrets, all because you dared to challenge their perceived infallibility. Our fifth psychological weapon is the reciprocity bind. This is based on a primal social contract. When someone does something for us, we feel an overwhelming, almost painful biological need to return the favor. This isn't about kindness. It's about a social debt that demands settlement. Most people wait for a favor to be requested. The master of shadow intelligence, however, initiates the debt. The key is to offer something small, unsolicited, and seemingly free. It could be a piece of valuable information, a small introduction, or even a minor physical object like a pen or a coffee. The scale of the gift doesn't matter. The psychological hook does. By providing this gift, you have effectively placed an invisible chain around their neck. They now owe you. Their subconscious mind is in a state of imbalance until they can repay the debt. When you eventually make your real request, the one you actually wanted, they will agree not because they want to, but because they need to release the pressure of the reciprocity bond. You aren't asking for a favor. You are merely collecting a payment on a debt they didn't even realize they had signed up for. This is how you build a network of people who feel permanently indebted to your success. Our ninth psychological weapon is the serial position bias. The human brain is a flawed recording device. It does not remember an entire event with equal clarity. It prioritizes the beginning and the end, while the middle dissolves into a cognitive fog. Most people ignore this, hoping their overall performance will carry them. The master of shadow intelligence, however, engineers the anchors. If you are in an interview, a date, or a critical negotiation, the middle of the conversation is where you can hide your weaknesses or deliver the mundane details. But the opening and the closing must be high intensity, high value strikes. Your entrance sets the prime, the lens through which everything else is viewed. Your exit sets the recency, the emotional residue they take home. If you want to be unforgettable, make your first 30 seconds a display of absolute confidence, and your last 30 seconds a moment of profound insight or a lingering mystery. They won't remember your stutter in the 10th minute. They will remember the man who arrived like a king and left like an enigma. You are not just talking. You are editing their memory in real time. The building on the control of the environment, our 10th weapon, is the Snakeman effect. This is perhaps the most bizarre yet effective tool for neutralizing immediate aggression. Imagine someone is screaming at you, their face inches from yours, their adrenaline peaking. The standard responses, fighting back or cowering, only fuel their fire. They are expecting a predictable reaction. To use the Snakeman effect, you perform a pattern interrupt that is biologically incompatible with conflict. You start eating. Whether it's a small snack, a piece of fruit, or even just reaching for a drink, the act of consuming food signals to the other person's primitive brain that there is no life or death threat. It is neurologically difficult for a human to maintain high-level aggression while witnessing someone calmly eating. You aren't arguing. You are reframing the reality of the situation. You turn a battlefield into a lounge. By the time they realize their anger has dissipated, you have already regained control of the frame. You didn't win the fight. You simply made the fight impossible to continue. We have reached the deepest layer of the shadows. The final weapon is not a single trick, but a dark trinity of manipulation, gaslighting, love bombing, and emotional alchemy. These are the tools used to dismantle a human being's reality from the inside out. You must know them, not to destroy, but to become indestructible. First, gaslighting. It is the ultimate psychological siege. By subtly and consistently denying a person's perceived reality, moving objects, changing stories, or questioning their memory, you force them into a state of chronic self-doubt. They lose faith in their own mind and begin to rely on yours for the truth. Second, love bombing. This is the manufacture of addiction. You flood the target with intense affection and validation, creating a high they cannot live without, only to suddenly withdraw it. They will spend the rest of their relationship chasing that initial hit, making them completely subservient to your whims. Finally, emotional alchemy. This is the mixing of fear, guilt, and passion. By keeping a person in a constant state of emotional fluctuation, you prevent their logical brain from ever taking control. They become a puppet to their own feelings, and you are the one holding the strings. But here is the final paradox of shadow intelligence. To truly master others, you must first be the master of yourself. This is the sovereign contract. Most people walk through life as reactive shells, moved by the winds of other people's opinions and manipulations. By learning these 11 laws, you have effectively taken the red pill. You are no longer a spectator in the game of power. You are a player. Look around you. This world was not built on kindness. It was built on strategy and the raw understanding of human nature. You now have a choice. You can go back to your life and pretend you didn't see the strings, or you can grab the wheel. This knowledge is a burden and a throne. Use it to build your empire, to protect your circle, and to ensure that you are never again a piece on someone else's board. Click the subscribe button, not to support a channel, but to sign a contract with your future self. You are done being a victim. Welcome to the inner circle. See you in the shadows.